Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. And guess who else is back? Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney is doing a press junket tour for Dylan's brand new book. And no, I'm not here to promote Dylan's book. I don't really care less because more than likely it's just filled with a bunch of lies, because that's exactly what Dylan Mulvaney is doing at the moment, lying about the fact that Dylan calls Dylan's self a woman. We know Dylan is not a woman. Dylan is a biological dude. But to everybody else that is in the woke dingbat category, they will obviously hand out to Dylan Mulvaney and say, yes, we love you, Dylan. You are totally a woman. You're an amazing woman. You should be cherished and you should be seen as a woman, even though Dylan Mulvaney initially came out as a girl. Now, it seems like I saw a video of Dylan Mulvaney, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and Dylan was like at the release of Dylan's brand new book, and the dress that Dylan was wearing revealed some new enhancements, I guess you could say, on Dylan's chest. And it didn't cover up a lot. Let's just say that, which goes to show you that I think Dylan Mulvaney has been taking a little bit more hormone, estrogen. Oh my goodness, it's an absolute joke, isn't it? But that's not why I am talking about Dylan Mulvaney. But Dylan Mulvaney decided to go on The View as part of the press junket, and alongside Whoopi Goldberg, who has said some very crazy, ridiculous, and dumb things in the past. She never ceases to amaze me. She really does, with the things that she says. Same with Dylan Mulvaney, because both of them decided to do the one thing that you should never do, and that is blaspheme God's holy name and his holy creation. So Dylan Mulvaney goes on The View, and obviously the topic of trans women and trans sports comes up. And Whoopi Goldberg says this: God doesn't make mistakes. The challenge is not to the trans people. No, they're apparently perfect and fine because God doesn't make mistakes, right? God makes everything right, including, according to Whoopi and Dylan Mulvaney, trans people. Let me just ask a question. What the hell does that even mean, trans? Because I personally don't understand it. Because I know for a fact, biologically speaking, and even reality speaking, there is only male and female. But everyone else that is a woke dingbat goes, no, you're being hateful. You're being transphobic. You're being a bigot. How dare you be a bigot? How dare you just have one viewpoint that is actually correct? And if you want to say that God doesn't make mistakes, no, he doesn't. That's one thing we can actually agree with on. But the problem is with the likes of Dylan Mulvaney and Whoopi Goldberg, they love to change the holy words of God, blaspheme his name in the process, and then say, I'm going to use this to my advantage. That is wrong. How dare you do something like that? How dare you mock God and then say that it's the people who are not trans, you and I, let's say, and I don't even think everyone can claim to be trans all they want. Doesn't mean that they are. So the whole idea of people who are not trans, the ones that live in reality insanity, let's just go with that terminology, right? Those people, that's who God is looking to see how you treat a trans person, according to Whoopi Goldberg. Have a watch.
I wanted to ask you, because there's been all of this debate about whether transgender athletes should be able to compete. And last week, California Governor Gavin Newsom said that he thinks that trans athletes competing in girls' and women's sports was deeply unfair. Now, I want to hear what you think, because I'll tell you what I think, too.
Yeah. The last time I played a sport, I was 6 years old, and I was on a soccer team, but I assigned myself as the nurse. So I sat with the Band-Aids. And so, in the words of Wicked, I am not that girl. But a dear friend of mine, Skylar, he is a trans athlete. His handle's Pink Manta Ray. That's someone who I really look to for guidance. And I think that is what's tricky, is like, now stepping in this identity. I'm still like a baby trans. You know, I've only 3 years in. Tomorrow's my anniversary.
Your friend went your friend went from female to male and is competing with other males.
Correct.
No.
Yes.
Her friend.
Her friend. It went from female to male and is competing with other males.
So Gavin doesn't have a problem with that.
Well, I think part of the problem that the trans community is facing, and it's the same problem that women face, is if you don't know anything about our bodies, you don't know how it works. So when you come in and you say, oh, you know, these are men, you know,
competing
against women, you're assuming that the women are weak and just can't do anything except be here. Have you seen female athletes? They know what they're doing. So I'm not sure what's going on or why this is an issue. The same for me as when people say, oh, you know, I don't know how I feel about you. You do. God doesn't make mistakes.
No.
And the challenge is not to the trans people, it's to the people who are not trans. That's what God is looking to see, how you treat people.
Yeah.
That's what is happening. So I was just curious as to what I liked your answer.
Thank you.
I liked your answer.
I'm still like a baby trans, according to Dylan, and apparently tomorrow, at the time I'm recording this, the 11th of March, 12th of March will be Dylan Mulvaney's 3rd anniversary of coming out being a woman and parroting women. Let's just say that, because Dylan Mulvaney is not a woman. And this whole idea of being baby trans, like, what the hell is wrong with you? What even is that a new term now? Baby trans? Oh, don't worry, guys. I'm just baby trans. I love the as if I'm not really baby trans, guys. Don't worry. It's all good. Come on. I don't even think Whoopi Goldberg knows anything about her own damn body, let alone the bodies of millions of other women, because millions of other women around the world don't want men entering into sports. And also, I don't think Whoopi Goldberg has played a sport in her entire life by the looks of things. There, I said it. So, sure, it doesn't affect Whoopi Goldberg because she doesn't care. She's living in a high mansion somewhere in Beverly Hills, let's say, and why would she care? Like, oh, this doesn't affect me, but I don't see an issue with men entering into female-only sports and spaces. Like Gavin Newsom recently said men should not be competing in women's sports, so that's outrageous. Why would Gavin Newsom, who is a woke dingbat, why would he say that? He's coming around because he was speaking to Charlie Kirk. That's why he said it. I don't really think he believes it, because his state dictates otherwise. But anyway, Whoopi Goldberg deciding to take the holy words of God and then twisting it to suit her own agenda. She's got no idea about the plight of women at all. How could she? She's on The View, the most illiterate and ridiculous show on cable TV at the moment. And honestly, how many women, plus a man, Dylan Mulvaney being there, how many women do you need to surround the table and just be around Dylan Mulvaney? That's just my question. Like, there's just so many people on the table, all incredibly just mind-bogglingly dumb, all sitting there surrounded with Dylan Mulvaney and just like, pandering to Dylan Mulvaney. Wow. Absolutely absurd, if you ask me. Have you seen female athletes? They know what they're doing. Yeah, they know what they're doing against other women. They don't know what they're doing against men. So, okay, let's get all women, right? Every single woman. And let's put them competing against male athletes. See how long they last. Because men are stronger, they're faster, and they're capable of a lot more. I'm not saying that women aren't capable. For sure, women are definitely capable. But against men that have got a much bigger, stronger physique and physiology compared to women, men are built different. It's the way it is. Whoopi Goldberg has got no idea. And then she just wants to go, oh, God doesn't make mistakes. Challenge is not to the trans people. Trans people are fine, guys. It's not their fault at all. It's not their fault. God's just looking to see how we, the non-trans people, treat trans people. Is he now? Because I think God's just going, I didn't make trans people. Where do they come from? Oh, wait, that's a man. Man thinking that there's something they're actually not. Yeah, no, I'm not going to deal with this Delulu ding battery nonsense. No thanks. But if you are going to blaspheme me and blaspheme my works, my good creation, then I'm going to do something about it. Just you wait. Riley Gaines goes, blasphemy. Just when you think Whoopi can't get any more stupid, she proves us all wrong. Damn well right. Oh, dear. Let's finish this, shall we? So, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section what you think about Dylan Mulvaney and Whoopi Goldberg teaming up together. Absolutely absurd. How in the world is The View still on TV? I don't know. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.